Hi everybody! Today I'll be comparing the Canon 5D Mark III versus the Canon 550D Rebel T2i. Why these two highly different cameras? I'll tell you why. But first, I want to ask you a question. Which of these do you think is filmed with the 5D? The thing is, in good light conditions, the 550D T2i Rebel is almost exactly the same as the Canon 5D Mark III. The main reason I'm comparing these two cameras is because I've been using the 550D for over 2 years and I've been extremely satisfied. Yet the camera does have its limitations, and for some time I've been looking for a new camera and finally decided on the Mark III. Naturally, I've done a lot of comparison, which I want to share with you in this video. Now, the 5D is obviously a better camera, and you've probably seen some comparisons already, but I wanted to make my own. So, first off, and probably the best thing about the Mark III, the ISO. At 400 you can see the difference, but it's still acceptable. At 1600 you really start noticing the difference. And at 6400 it's almost unusable on the 550D, but very clean on the Mark III, even at 12800. For fun, I'm also comparing the Mark II. Moray was always an issue with the 550D and even the Mark II. Here's a worst case scenario which looks atrocious. On the Mark III, this has been drastically improved. You can still see it, but it's a lot better. Another difference is the crop factor. With the full frame Mark III, you get a lot bigger picture from the exact same position. This can be very helpful when you have to film in a tight spot. The rolling shutter problem has always been an issue with the DSLRs. This seemed to be pretty much exactly the same with the Mark III. Another thing I really like about the 5D is how it feels. Due to its size, you get a lot better grip than on the smaller 550D. I also really like the button layout, and the turning wheel is very practical. One of the many cool new features is the silent control, where you can simply use touch to make adjustments to the camera while you are filming. The size of the camera also reflects the build quality, which is excellent, especially when it comes to the weather sealing, which is even better than a Mark II and a 7D. In addition to a microphone, you can now also plug in a headset, which I really missed with the 550D and is extremely useful. So, in conclusion, if you're used to the 550D Rebel T2i, the 5D Mark III feels like a very natural upgrade, but it's also very expensive, and if you only do this on a hobby basis, it might not be worth it. Another good alternative could be the Canon 60D or 650D, which are both very good cameras with a lot of good features which you don't find on the 550D, and I actually wish the 5D Mark III had. One of them is the flip out screen, which can be very handy when filming in tricky angles. Then again, the image quality would be pretty much the same as the 550D. So if you're looking for a serious upgrade in both film and photo quality, the 5D Mark III is a very good camera.